Previously, on the last episode of Mass Effect, it's creepy, it's weird, you've got these cybernetic zombies coming.
They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity
Yeah,
is ended.
I mean,
soon only ruin and corpses will remain.
he's not.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
That must be where the Geth ship landed.
No! Was that... No! How did I not know about that?
No, don't touch it! Too dangerous!
Oh, the confusing images. Ooh.
Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Citadel, welcome back, my fellow gamers. This is Astrobyte Gaming, and today, we're jumping into episode 3 of Mass Effect. Let's get started. So last time, we basically left off where we have to talk to Joker and go to the Citadel. So let's do that. Everybody's looking good. All the codexes are taken care of. Everything's set. So all we gotta do is pull into port and see what the Citadel holds for us. Joker, my man!
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Thanks, buddy. Dude, I'd love to go through a relay. I got it one way or another.
The size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Nice.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
Yeah, that's
Just
a bug
saying,
that.
you need firepower too.
Ooh, look at that ship.
Look
Beautiful
at that monster.
ship.
Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Yes, it
Good
could.
thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Oh, look at it. It's so beautiful.
Clearance granted. You may begin your approach.
Oh,
Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
I would
Roger,
live there.
Alliance time.
I would
Normandy
live
out.
there.
Normandy, this is Alliance
Sorry,
Tower.
my
Please
voice
proceed to
broke.
dock 422.
That happens when I get excited, so don't mind that. Oh, the music! The music! SSV Normandy coming in for dock. Let's go.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked
It's
a
just
Turian
so
colony.
beautiful. I love it.
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus
The
system.
Council, okay.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
I don't
get to make
yeah,
demands of the Council, Ambassador.
yeah, that's
Citadel
not gonna
Security
happen.
is investigating your charges against Saren. We will
There's
discuss the CISA findings
procedures
at the hearing,
to
not
follow.
before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime. In
how's
case
this
you had any
half the
questions.
crew?
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
You think
They
they're
are.
running the ship with 8
Sounds like you
people?
convinced the Council to give us an order.
Okay.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Yeah, because they want to be blinded to the reality of the situation, but you know. Nobody wants to admit what's going on until it's too late. Ignorance is bliss, I mean.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's
Saren's
your
fault, not
opinion.
his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna
Shepard,
happen.
you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
Well, howdy do.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Howdy do. Good for you. You go play politician, let the hero step in and do what's necessary. And we are on this Citadel. Oh, I love this place. If I could live somewhere in Mass Effect, this would be... I don't know if it would be first, but it'd be high up. I mean, it'd be up there. Alliance Patrol Report. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argus Row cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for this sector. Do we want to send in a recon team? We most certainly will, thank you very much. Whilst on the Citadel, you uncovered an Alliance patrol report. One of the patrols mentioned some strange activity in the Hydra system of the Argus Row cluster. Expose Saren. You have to prove to the Citadel Council that Saren, one of their Spectre agents, has gone wrong. Wow, I can't read again. Alright. And then we got Codex, which we'll read when we get back on the ship. Alright, guys.
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
I mean... See, that's something that a lot of people get mad about. I forgot what time I started recording. Oh, that's alright. And, yeah. I get what she means.
Big place.
It sure is, Caden. It comes out a little weird, but I get what she means. Like, their biological features are similar to each other, so it's hard to tell. I mean, when you put it in perspective, humans are animals, so...
I understand what you're saying, but these allegations are very serious. I can't just... This is serious. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consort in confidence, and her alone, and she betrayed that confidence.
Hold on, guys.
All right. I will look into it for you. In the meantime, do not do anything rash.
Sorry, my dog's chewing on something that I don't know what she's chewing on. So there's a really cool thing here. If you watch how the Elcor talk to each other, and you listen to how they talk to Shepard and the other humans, you'll get information as we talk to them about why they do this. But it's really cool to see that BioWare actually went in the extra mile and showed this as you actually watch it. So in that scene, you can see they're talking to each other just normally like you and I talk to each other, right? But when they talk to the human, as we go up here and talk to them, as we talk to Zeltan here, watch what happens. It's really cool that they actually programmed it this way.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
Did you notice that difference? You don't hear it between Elcor and Elcor because of the way their biology is. But then with human and Elcor, it's in there. And it's really cool that BioWare programmed this in there and you can actually see it on display.
You seem
What's
distressed.
wrong, my friend?
Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you?
Yes, I did.
This is
It wasn't
all
hard to
very
overhear.
wrong. And it is the
Hold on.
assigned consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What happened?
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, She has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find the Sasari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
Hold on, guys. But yeah, so that's really cool. The fact that they explain what they're feeling to the humans, and you'll find out why. And those who have played know why. But
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always
and then
good
you
to
can
see
actually
your
see
kind.
Elcor between
I am
Elcor.
Ambassador
It doesn't do that, which is really cool.
Is there something I can do for you this day?
Yes there is. What do you do as an ambassador?
Modestly. I work to bring
Dude,
the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us
quiet.
The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Your malcontent. So, the Elcor are one of my favorite species in Mass Effect. The two of my favorite species, well, my three favorite species are the Drell, the Hanar, and the Elcor. And the Hanar and the Elcor, the Hanar and the Elcor, because they're not bipedal, right? Like, you have your Turians, your Solarians, your Asari, your Quarians, who are humanoid bipedal. And okay, that makes sense. That's how humans imagine it. It's to give, I forget what the actual term is, but it is to allow, it is to humanize the aliens so we become more attached to them. But the Elcor and the Hanar are really cool because you have the Elcor who are quadrupedal, spacefaring creatures. And then you have the Hanar who are these jellyfish-like creatures. And it's just so cool to see a divergence of that. And the differences that they thought of and how they would live, and just to see a display of something that isn't bipedal, because alien life, whether you believe it exists or not, if it exists, would not necessarily be bipedal. Depending on their environments, they'd evolve to be suitable for their environment. So they could be quadruped, they could be levitating, they could be, you know, gliders, flyers, whatever. No. What's with your speech?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movement.
But I love
plainly
the Elcor. They're so
discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
They're just
Why
amazing.
Do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful
and then the Volus,
you don't
which is his species.
That. And if you do, I am very sorry for you.
The mystery of what they look like underneath, it's really intriguing.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Genuine enthusiasm. Culture.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
I mean, that makes sense. I'm not either. I like stability and, you know, I don't mind
change. Tell me about the history and
change.
origins of the Elcor.
But
The
sudden
Elcor were
change
just beginning to explore
can be
Council space
jarring.
when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
So that's another thing that's interesting to wonder is if you understand the story of Mass Effect, you'll understand who got to the Citadel first, and when you interact with the VI and stuff, you can kind of figure out who it is. But it would be interesting how all of this would have came out if the Elcor were the first ones to get there. And there's a theory that I have of why they weren't the first ones, but they could have been. I'm not going to get into the whole thing because it's going to take a long time to explain, and we'll sit here explain it for most of the episode. But alright, we got that.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Thank you, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Grateful. Thank you.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the
Dude, I love the
office.
Enviro suit.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
Yeah, Din, introduce yourself.
I am Din
Have a
Korvac,
little compassion.
Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
Yeah, you can drop the attitude, you ass.
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the
Yeah,
Citadel.
what about that, Din? You want to explain that?
We still have no real say in
Details.
decisions that affect Citadel space.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but I'm not the one who's responsible for that. So I don't know why you're taking it out on us. It's not like we came along and said, don't give them the right to have a voice. I mean...
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people.
Okay.
No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Din. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The EarthClan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Well, I mean, you don't really have the resources to contribute to the Council. So, I don't know why you're getting upset. Like, they'd have you on the Council if you could afford to give them the money during the times of war, or you had the militia capable to help defend the galaxy. Like, they're not doing this because it's like, hey, Volus, we hate you, bye-bye. Right, they're doing this, and you have the interaction to figure this out, that the Volus are mercantile, right, or merchants, tradesmen. They don't have the militia to provide forces to the Council. This is why they provide their mercantile, or their merchant ways to the Turians, and hire the Turians to protect them. Like, I'm sorry, but that's...
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the EarthClans, it would seem.
Yeah, and you also have to have the financial and militaristic
Ignore
capabilities
the Volus ambassador,
to provide
human.
for the
He
Council.
is incorrect in his assessment.
Yeah, he is.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
indefinitely until you increase your financial factor to be able to contribute the money necessary to help support the council, and until you increase your militia to the point that you can provide forces to the council to be able to be on the council. Like,
what is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Them sticking to their tradesman ways is what's keeping them off of the council.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
Like, they can be pacifist, that's fine. But as pacifists, they're never going to be on the council. And they have to understand and accept that.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
It's not bigotry.
Yes.
It's not speciesism. Or what, racism, or whatever you want to call it. It's just the way it runs. And I understand it. Like, you need all your parties on the council to be able to contribute evenly. It's why the Quarians would never be allowed on the council as well, because they can't stay in one place. They don't have the resources to give.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
Have we met?
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
What is this place?
This is the Presidium.
The red right out of
More
his mouth.
specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What is Avina?
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
Okay.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When
I
you
remember
represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
Yeah, I bet that's an understatement. I remember coming here for the first time, dude, and just like seeing all the greenery and just the size of it and the spaciousness, like the open space, it's just amazing, dude, and it brings me back.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence. Programmed
I mean, at some point you're not going to be able to tell, are you?
Predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Alright, give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1.
It's almost like I played this before.
On this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Swanky. What can you tell me about the Council?
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Yeah, exactly.
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion.
Makes sense.
Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
It can't be as simple as that.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment.
I promise, I don't remember every single line. This isn't Spaceballs. I just... what about CSEC?
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Pallin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Pallin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium.
Makes sense.
The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
I'm gonna say why, but I kind of get why.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Oop. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to hit that.
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Salarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
There's a really cool thing that I don't want to say I didn't notice before, but I'm noticing more now that I have headphones on. Is when Avina talks, right underneath her synthesized voice is a metallic undertone from like the processor. So you have like this metallic tone that is like, I'm not gonna get it perfectly, but it's like their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy. Like, you know what I mean? Like that very synthesized, auto-tuned, I don't know how to explain it, but if you understand what I'm trying to say, that electronic quality, and then over top of that, you know, not replacing it, but like layered over top of that, is the voice you immediately hear, and it's more prominent with the headphones. It's really interesting.
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster.
It's very subtle.
It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
She's an AI. She doesn't know that she's offending anybody with lesser species. What about Spectres?
Do you know anything about Spectres?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council.
They were formed after the Solarian Task Group.
Preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
Nice. Oh, and I think this is a funny thing. I did not do this. I bought it this way. It did not have the label on it. I kind of worked out for this video, but just I can never get it off that clean if I need to. Alright, thank you, Avina.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
I will, very much. Thank you. Alright, let's go. See, this is the kind of pace. So, like I've said in the first episode, I'm an explorer. I like to go everywhere, see everything, do everything in the game. read everything.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
One thing I've always wanted in a game. Ooh, we leveled up. Nice. Is a walk mode. A mode that I can toggle. It would be a toggle. It would be a toggle. So you could activate it in the settings, and those who didn't want it didn't have to have it on. But for those like me, who enjoy walking through a game and seeing everything take an hour at a time, you could activate it and it would disable your jog and your sprint. So you just walk. But I do have to say, Mass Effect does a really nice little jog. It's not too fast, it's just the perfect amount. Look who it is. So if every game could have a jog like Mass Effect, it doesn't have to be the exact position, just the speed. It would be perfect. Yeah, I think that would be a nice compromise.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
No.
I came on my own.
Damn right I did.
You humans are always so curious, always sticking your fingers into someone else's pie. Is that the right expression?
You mean sticking your nose into everybody's business?
Was there something you needed, Commander?
Sure. Why don't you tell me about your investigation?
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
Well, make a habit. I'm the protagonist. You have to tell me what I want to know.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel.
Makes sense.
We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC
so you're basically a militia.
Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Liaising. Okay.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
Ooh, animosity!
What do you have against
Feel
the
that
Spectres?
tension.
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
I mean, I get it, but I also get why you might need something like that.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once.
Bullshit.
Yeah, right.
I
You expect
smell
us to believe
bullshit.
None of your officers are corrupt?
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do.
Sure you don't.
We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law.
Okay.
Spectres. They'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
Okay.
The galaxy needs
You keep
people
telling
like that.
yourself that.
People who do the dirty jobs.
Ignorance is bliss.
I agree. But they need to be held to a higher standard. They need
I
to
mean,
be
yes.
accountable.
That is correct.
Saren's out of control. We both know that. But because he's a Spectre, the Council doesn't want to do anything about it. Is that the kind of person this galaxy needs?
With great power must also come great responsibility. So while we differ on some things, I do agree that they do need to be held to a higher standard.
But not all Spectres are like Saren.
That's
True.
weird.
But the potential is always there.
That I get. I understand his concern. It's like, I get not all of them are like Saren, but that possibility is there. And that makes sense. I mean, absolute power corrupts absolutely. So
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No,
I get where he's
just
coming
don't
from.
Trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
Good.
Fight
Then
for
fight
it.
for it. But don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
That's
I'll
it.
be going now.
Thank you for the
Goodbye.
information. You really helped enlighten things, my friend. I'll make a friend out of you yet. Don't worry. We'll become best buds. Alright, the following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow Biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us. Fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Come, join us in the Hawking Ada cluster. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. Nice. I'm stuck on a chair. Shepard can face off all sorts of foes, but he can't get past a chair. Nice little place.
Don't believe the rumors. The consort would never
this guy.
Secrets.
Of course you would. She'd be tossed at the nearest.
Everybody knows somebody like this, right? I mean, the guy who brags and pretends he's done more than he has. Like,
She's.
You don't have to do it with her. You can just talk to her if you want.
Is that all you did, Jazz? Just talk?
I didn't say that.
Ha! I bet you did too. What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
That's a ton of money.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
Enjoy, Fredericks. Enjoy your downtime.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
Sure.
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
Absolutely.
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's.
Okay.
If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
Entertainment.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place.
Oh boy.
Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Oh, sounds fun. Sounds like just the place you want to be after you get through on a deadly mission. Let's go to Cora's Den and have the potential of getting shot up.
Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman.
Okay.
But also very respected.
You gotta have that balance, right?
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
Thanks, my good man. I think...
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Alright, Nasana. Let's see what else we've got. Alright, so it's gonna want us to take the quick transit, but we explore, so we're going by foot. Citadel Tower's that way, so we want to go this way. You always go Jesus. You always go opposite of your quest when you need to explore. See what's down here.
I've had my office rearranged 5 times now.
5 times? Why? What do they want?
How should I know? It's not like keepers offer an explanation for what they're doing.
No, they're just burying secrets.
Everyone just lets them go on doing whatever it is they do.
What choice do we have? If you try to stop them, they just shut down and another one replaces it.
Just strange that we know so little about them.
Not to mention frustrating.
I wonder why that is. What could they possibly be hiding? I mean, it's not like there's a super advanced artificial intelligent race out there that could possibly want to destroy all life. I mean, that can't be it, right?
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses offer various goods and services to their exclusive clientele. The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect
I love the Krogans, dude. They're so cool.
during the Rachni
I love all the
Wars.
species. Let's just say it.
Aftermath of
I
the
love
Krogan
every
rebellions,
species.
Several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However,
Of course
this
they did.
motion was eventually quashed by the council.
Right. What order?
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars,
I went in the wrong
Krogan
order.
were
Damn
granted
it.
several new colony worlds by the council.
I know it was
Over
either
the next
top to bottom
400
or bottom
years,
to top.
The Krogan
It was,
species began to expand. Blessed with an
Oh,
extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other council species.
Sounds
the
fun.
Krogan rebellions had begun. For a full century, the council and its member species
The
fought
water.
to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
You needed the Krogan to stop the Rachni. Then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's gonna stop the Turians?
I am sorry, but that question is beyond my programming parameters. The Turians are members of the Citadel Council. They are not a threat to galactic peace.
Not yet. No, I don't think they will be. Their genetic code or their pride won't allow them to, because they honor service to others above the self. So
Why did the Council fight so hard to keep the statue?
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat. The Council believed this historical fact should not be forgotten. The Council also hoped that preserving the memorial would improve diplomatic relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
I'm not going to say that.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago,
Rachni.
explorers seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni.
Again, we talked about
A
that.
highly intelligent and aggressive
Let's just
insect
open
race,
everything
the
up.
Rachni unleashed a war
No
of
idea what's
conquest
over there.
against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries.
Because
The
why?
emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back.
Yep, they did.
The
They could go
Krogan
where
then
others
pursued
couldn't.
their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds,
Absolutely.
the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
So, we talked about that before, that it was foolish to open every single relay without knowing what's over there. And why? Because they didn't explore. They had to touch everything and open everything without being like, maybe we should survey the area and make sure there's no dangers around that might possibly come out here.
Was it really necessary to wipe
Some
them out?
boneheaded guy was just like, yeah, it's fine, activate it, we got a shortcut.
Goes beyond my programming.
Alright, well thank you very much.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
You too, Avina. The Hanar! Hi, buddy.
Human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
As is this one.
Who are you? This one's face name is Delaninder.
Delaninder.
Though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase.
I certainly will. But after we talk.
What exactly do you sell? Only the finest and most luxurious items
Good, I love.
Oh
my God! Look at the bioluminescence coming through.
This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire, for a price.
Of course, I mean, naturally.
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it?
This is so
For
cool.
the same reason that humans are so
It's so,
inquisitive.
dude, I fucking love the Hanar. I love the Hanar.
Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates. And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way. Who are you? This one. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth. Show me your items. Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Alright, standard. Let's start standard. Shotgun, heavy armor, medium armor, light armor, which we obviously do not have the money for. Oh, we can get an amp. Dude, that's actually not bad for early game. That is not. Ooh, that's 600. $100. So go damage protection, but obviously it wouldn't be for us, but for Caden, damage protection would stay the same, shields would go up, but you drop the tech, it's not worth it. When we want the Serta Foundation, we definitely want that. And then I'm gonna cooldown bonus goes down to 2. Power bonus drops in half to 5. The duration goes up to 15. Kanan can keep what he has.
Commander, show me your items. Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human.
Let's view non-human armor. Light Quarian, okay.
Commander. Oh, this one is pleased to do
And what we got for upgrades? We've got a weapons upgrade and an anti-personnel round. Accuracy by... Oh man, I mean, I could use that for my sniper rifle. I'm doing it. We'll have plenty of money later on. Actually... Commander. I wonder if I can sell anything.
Oh, this one is...
Ooh, I can. Let's go. Although, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 5, 25. So I'd have to get rid of 5. So, obviously any copies. Let's get rid of any copies. So that. So that. There was 2, right? 556, 4, 556, 4. We'll have to keep those because we'll see. Keep that. Lancer. 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 14, 1772, 0. 1463, 10. I mean, it's not a lot, but we got a couple. So that's pretty good. Let's see what's up here. I actually forget what's up. Oh, yeah, this is where you do the... Okay, yep, I remember. I remember. Remember when the game used to be blind and new? I remember. Remember Barry from South Park.
What's this?
Hello, sir.
Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepherd.
How do you know that?
How you survived the great tragedy on Akuz is truly remarkable. I am amazed each time I hear it.
That's confidential. How'd you find that out?
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla.
Love the...
My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
Right?
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance.
Sticking your nose in other people's business can get it cut off.
Laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise.
Sounds like
I also offer premium
exploitation
services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Yeah. Also sounds illegal.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law.
Sure it does.
Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed.
Oh yeah, and that's not suspicious at all.
Suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still sounds shady to me.
Until they piss you off and you threaten them with
will never be cursed with a large enough fortune
exposing
to require my services.
Oh, when I get my large fortune, you will not be touching it. The only regrettable thing is that in Mass Effect 2, they will take most of that for fees.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy.
I mean, yeah, it really is.
It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel space together in a single strong community.
Okay.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
Okay.
What are the wards like?
That's not egotistical
The
at
cultural heart
all.
of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find out in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Most. So,
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright. That's to the wards, which we can't get to until we get the Citadel Tower squared away.
Look at that bug thing over there. What's it doing?
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Gee, I wonder why. It's not like possibly if we disturb the keepers, we might learn about them and then figure out what's really going on. I mean, that can't be why, can it?
Welcome to Presidium
It's just
Tourism
their
Terminal 2.
important
You are
work.
standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures. Behind me is the spectacular Relay Monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay. To your left is one of the Keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see Keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel.
This whole
We
place
ask
is
that
a
you do not
riddle
interfere with them
wrapped in
any
an
way.
enigma.
The Keepers are essential to
Of
the
course not.
smooth operation of the Citadel.
Uh-huh.
Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
Important to your work or the work of the overlords? Let's go
I'd like to know
Keepers.
more about the Keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station.
More than you know.
Citadel regulations protect the Keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks.
I wonder
Failure to
why.
comply will result in harsh penalties.
Of course it will.
Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel.
The truth
They are
must be
typically found
suppressed.
in and around the tower.
Any particular reason there are so many Keepers in this area?
The Keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that
They
the
can't
tower
tell them
houses
what's
the
going on.
Citadel's primary control systems. Many
course.
of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the Keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core.
Yeah,
The
you keep
Keepers
believing
also
that.
make frequent appearances in the council chamber itself.
I mean, they may,
though they appear to be just passing through
but it's
on
more
their
than
way
that.
to some other destination.
Tell me about the Relay Monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel,
And
the
seeing
Relay
this
Monument
for
is
the
one of
first
station's
time,
most interesting
not
and
knowing
controversial features.
its true
What is the
purpose.
meaning
Oh,
behind this striking
I won't
piece of
spoil
art?
it for those that are
Is
new.
it a tribute to Prothean
oh,
humanity? A
oh.
reminder of their conquest of the galaxy through mass
If only
relay
you knew.
technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel.
And wait until you learn the
one can
truth
say
about
for
the
sure,
Protheans.
making the Relay
It's gonna
Monument
blow
a
your
favorite
mind.
topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
The Protheans are not what you think they are.
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
Of course it is.
What happens in Citadel Control?
Citadel Control handles all incoming and outbound transit.
Makes sense.
Every ship within 2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel control.
Ooh.
At peak
That's
capacity,
a lot of ships.
they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
Yeah, you can keep
I'd
that
like to hear
job. I'll
more
go
about the
do
council
something else.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic
Can
community,
you imagine the paperwork on that?
is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower.
There's got to be
The
like
council chambers themselves are truly
hundreds
a
of paper
magnificent
for
sight to
each
behold,
ship.
though few get to experience the view in person. Typically,
And there's
only the councilors,
upwards of
ambassadors, and
1,000
high-ranking
ships.
officials,
Ah.
along with various support staff, are allowed access.
What if someone has business with the council?
The average citizen must go through the proper channels if they wish an audience with the council. This is usually arranged through their respective ambassadors. Even
Secrecy
then, few
and
are given
shadows
access to the
are their
actual council
allies.
chambers. In most cases, the ambassador acts on behalf of the citizen.
I'm scheduled to have an audience with the council.
And this line.
Only a handful of visitors to the Citadel are ever granted that privilege. I would be jealous, but that is outside the scope of my programming.
But let's think about that for a second. Let's break this down for a second. She says, I would be jealous, but that is outside the scope of my programming. She is becoming aware of her programming, which means the VIs might be able to evolve into AIs, and then you've got a dangerous situation on your hand.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina.
I may be wrong.
Pleasant day.
Maybe in Mass Effect it works differently, but because they do say that that an AI needs a blue box, otherwise it's just a collection of data. But whatever. I mean,
The council isn't going to ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
yeah, exactly, Ashley. Do not trust that man. Man's gonna send us to a grave.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Lovely.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicari.
Garrus!
I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Hi, buddy! You wanna just save us the time and come with me now? Like, we know you're gonna come with me. So, let's go, bud.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me
Garrus
the
is
wrong way.
awesome, dude.
But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Will they? Guess I don't know if they will. Alright, strange transmissions, head to... Oh yeah. You discovered a strange transmission discussing some sort of biotic commune. On the whole, it seems harmless, but something about the message is a little disturbing. Alright, we got squad 1, 2, 3. Oh, perfect! Perfect! Now, sniper rifles. Charm's good. So we need infiltrator. where we're gonna... I forget. I don't need lift. I mean, it could be good to get entrenched. No. I forget how this... I know I was supposed to forget or ignore. I'll go tactical armor. Alright, Kaden, what we got? Get you some first aid, some sentinel, and then grab you a barrier and a throw. And then Ash. Alright, perfect. Everybody's all set. We got our sniper rifle unlocked. And we're doing pretty good. Ooh.
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel.
I really don't have this.
When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis.
They don't really have a gender,
they can attune their
though.
Nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce.
Traits are not female,
has led
they're
to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity.
Monogendered.
Asari can live for over 1,000
they don't have a
years,
gender.
passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
Nice.
50, though now extinct, the Rachni once threatened every species in Citadel space. Over 2,000 years ago, explorers foolishly opened a mass relay to a previously unknown system, and encountered something never seen before or since, a species of spacefaring insects guided by a hive mind intelligence. Unfortunately, the Rachni were not peaceful, and the galaxy was plunged into a series of conflicts known as the Rachni Wars. Attempts to negotiate were futile, as it was impossible to make contact with the hive queens that guided the race from beneath the surface of their toxic home world. The emergence
they
of the
look
Krogan
freaking awesome,
ended
dude.
the Rachni
I figured
Wars.
it out.
Bred to survive the harshest
they look
environments,
freaking awesome.
the Krogan were able to strike at the queens in their
Another
lairs
one that I
and
love, they
reclaim
went a
conquered
different
council
route
worlds.
with.
But when Krogan fleets pressed them back to their homeworld, the Rachni refused to surrender, and the Krogan eradicated them from the galaxy. The Elcor are a Citadel species native to the high-gravity world Dakuna. They are massive creatures, standing on 4 muscular legs for increased stability.
Right.
Elcor move slowly, an evolved response to an environment where a fall can be lethal. This has colored their psychology, making them
the
deliberate
bigger
and
they have more
conservative.
mass, it's
Elcor speech
dangerous
is
for
ponderous
them.
and monotone.
Well, more dangerous.
Among themselves, scent, slight movements, and sub-vocalized infrasound convey shades of meaning that make a human smile seem as subtle as a fireworks display. Since their subtlety can lead to misunderstandings with other species, the Elcor often go out of their way to clarify when they are being sarcastic, amused, or angry. Dakuna's high gravity impedes mountain formation. Most of the world consists of flat, open plains, which prehistoric Elcor wandered across in small family bands. Modern Elcor still prefer open sky, and can become restless and uncomfortable on long starship journeys.
Okay.
The Hanar are a Citadel species known for excessive politeness.
Excessive
they speak
politeness.
with scrupulous precision.
Yes, sir.
Take offense
Thank
at
you, sir.
improper language.
No, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Hanar that expect to deal with other species take special courses to help them unlearn their tendency to take offense at improper speech. All Hanar have two names. The face name is known to the world. The soul name is kept for use among close friends and relations. Hanar never refer to themselves in the first person in conversation with someone they know on a face name basis. To do so is considered egotistical. So instead they refer to themselves as this one, or the impersonal it. Their homeworld, Kajay, has 90% ocean cover and orbits an energetic white
which means
star,
most likely they're
resulting in
aquatic.
a permanent blanket of cloud. Due to the presence of Prothean ruins on the world, many Hanar worship them, and Hanar myths often speak of an elder race that civilized them by teaching them language.
So yeah, the fact that their home is 90% water most likely means, and the fact that they look like jellyfish, or along the lines of jellyfish, most likely means they're aquatic. So that makes me wonder if the tendrils hanging down are like the jellyfish tendrils, or had they adapted to space to evolve these where they physically support them. It's never really given, but it's very interesting. So I imagine you would see that top carapace on top of the water, and the rest of them is floating underneath.
When the Asari discovered the Citadel, they also discovered the Keepers, a docile, multi-limbed insect race that seemingly exists only to maintain and repair the great Prothean station. Early attempts to communicate with or study the Keepers
is it
were
Prothean,
failures,
though?
and it is now illegal to interfere with or impede Keeper activity.
Of course it is.
Because they are completely non-threatening, Keepers have become virtually invisible to everyone else. Similarly, they seem indifferent to other species, except for their tendency to help new arrivals integrate themselves into the Citadel.
I mean, that's
no matter
nice.
how many Keepers die due to old age, violence, or accident, they maintain a constant number. No one has discovered the source of new Keepers, but
I mean,
some
it kind of
hypothesize
scares me
they
that people are
genetic
going around
constructs,
just killing the Keepers.
biological androids created somewhere deep in the inaccessible core of the Citadel itself.
Is this a sport the citizens of the Citadel just do to pass the time? Let's go kill some innocent Keepers, like...
The Volus are a member species of the Citadel with their own embassy, but they are also a client race of the Turians. Centuries ago,
I'm not
they were
monetized, by the way, so
voluntarily
I
absorbed
can't
into
get
the
in trouble
hierarchy,
for...
effectively trading their mercantile prowess
they can't
for
demonetize
Turian
me.
military protection. Erun, their homeworld, lies far beyond the normal life zone of its star. However, the world has a high-pressure greenhouse atmosphere that traps enough heat
So it makes
to
up for the
support an
distance.
ammonia-based biochemistry. As a result,
Ammonia-based,
the Volus must wear
interesting.
pressure suits and breathers when dealing with other species, as conventional nitrogen-oxygen-air mixtures are poisonous to them, and in the low-pressure atmospheres tolerable to most species, their flesh will actually split open. Volus culture is tribal, bartering lands and even people to gain status.
That's what I was trying
This culture
to...
of exchange inclines them to economic pursuits. It was the Volus who authored the Unified Banking Act, and they continue to monitor and balance the Citadel economy.
You're so saying. Alright, well that's glitching out.
The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the Council species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165.
Alright.
A virtual intelligence is an advanced form of user interface software. VIs use a variety of methods to simulate natural conversation,
I mean, makes
including
sense.
an audio interface and an avatar
Just
personality
keeping them purely
to interact
robotic
with.
would put
Although
people
a VI
off.
can provide a convincing emulation of sentience, they are not self-aware.
Or are
Nor
they?
can they learn or take
Dun,
independent
dun, dun.
action. VIs are used as operating systems on commercial and home computers. Minimal VI agents are also available. Agents are compact and specialized. Some serve as personal secretaries, filtering calls and scheduling meetings based on user-defined priorities.
Okay.
Others are advanced search engines, propagating
Google.
themselves across the extranet to collate user-requested data. Commercial
Google.
VIs in a variety of
Space
stock
Google.
personalities are available at any software retailer. Boutique firms and hobbyists also build unique VIs to personal specification. Although
Ooh.
software emulation of living personalities is illegal, reconstructions of famous historical figures are common.
Nice.
Mass relays are
Look
feats
at
of
that,
Prothean
they're so
engineering
cool.
advanced far beyond
Look
the
at those
technology
things.
of any living species.
Like,
they are
imagine-
enormous structures scattered throughout the stars.
Imagine we're
Can
going
create
through space one
corridors of
day,
virtually
and we
mass-free
find
space,
that.
allowing instantaneous transit
How
between
insane
locations
would that
separated
be?
by years or even centuries of travel using conventional FTL
Or we discover
drives.
all of this is
Primary
real.
Mass relays
Mass
can
Effect
propel
is real.
ships
We are
thousands of
living
light years,
in Mass Effect,
often from
right?
one
That'd be
spiral
so
arm
cool.
of the galaxy to another. However, they have fixed one-to-one connections.
Yep.
A primary relay connects to one other primary relay and nowhere else. Secondary relays can only propel ships across a few hundred light years. However, they are omnidirectional. A secondary relay can send a ship to any other relay within its limited range. There are many dormant primary relays whose corresponding twins have not yet been located.
It makes
These are
sense.
left inactive until their partner is charted.
Yeah, well,
As
that's
established
probably a good
civilizations
idea.
are unwilling to blindly open a passage that might connect them to a hostile species.
Really? No, yeah, really? Yeah, dude, that's so cool. Alright. So we've got secondary ones to go through, but we will pick that up on the next episode. So let me just check something real quick. Alright, so everything looks good. Like I said, we will pick that up on the next episode. We had a great run today. We did some exploring. We did some sightseeing. We talked to people. Made our way around a little bit. Not as fully as I usually do. I want to strike a good balance between game, story, and exploration. But we'll explore more later on. We're going to spend a lot of time here anyways, so we'll keep exploring, discovering new things. As always, first things first, I've got to save. You gotta save, and you gotta save the save. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so for the next episode, we are going to head and talk to the council. That should be exciting. Find out what they're gonna say to us. If they believe us. I don't think they will. But, that's what we're gonna do on the next episode. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon to stay up to date with everything this channel has to offer. And as always, keep on gaming.